So I used to dabble with Car Crushers 2 back in the day, and quit because Mastery sucked, but then I made a grand return years later. And what the hell is Platina? So you might be thinking, Trishmob, why the hell are you making a video on Car Crushers of, like, all the games on Roblox? Well, it's because I actually used to have fun on this video game, unlike, certain other titles, but that doesn't matter. The point is I'm actually enjoying myself in this video game. Now, I originally quit whenever there was that whole mastery garbage. That was pretty bad. I was also just getting bored of the game in general, so. But silver lining is they made the game much cooler now. I don't know exactly how Platina makes it any better compared to Mastery, but meh, it's neither here nor there at this point. For example, the car I'm driving, look at this, look at this. Why is it grayed out in the menu? I don't understand why. Oh, apparently these are like removed cars, they're quote unquote archived. But my point stands that this game is arguably more fun than anyways, so the Halloween update is here, and with it became this limited time shop, right? This limited time shop has all sorts of goodies ranging from all of this stuff that apparently were limited stuff that returned from yesteryears. I own all of it, by the way, but I originally didn't own all of it, since I don't really know shit about this game. I was thinking, you know what, I'll just grind a fuck ton of core explosions. See how bad could it be? I didn't exactly do the math on how many core explosions I actually needed, because uh, I had enough credits before the update to have all of this stuff in the top row, and then just naturally by playing the game I managed to get this car, which cost 3,000 credits. I decided to do some quick math, bring out the big brain for this. So I'm gonna hit y'all with some numbers. We're gonna do some quick math here. Shit, hold on, I gotta trishmopify the canvas real quick. Yeah, here we go. Much better. So for each core explosion, it takes 20 minutes to charge. And out of these minutes, that could also, like, very iffy because of, like, events and stuff like that. So it's roughly 20 minutes for each core explosion. Now for every time we do get to the core explosion, you can either get 160 credits off of the chopper, or we can get 240 off of finding the boat and escaping. After adding up the amount that I actually needed, which 7,000, 10,000, 14,000, 18,000, 27,000, 32. I need 32,000 credits. The problem with that is, given each one of these cores takes only 20 minutes, that means, theoretically speaking, if I were to stick in one server, we would need to find the total amounts I can activate the amount of core in a day. So we're gonna have to take 24 hours times 60, which would give us this many minutes at a day, 1440. But then we divide that by 20, that would give us, if my mental math is correct, that would give us 72 times per day. And that's not even accounting for, as I said here, events, all that sort of stuff, which could interrupt this theoretically perfect timer if somebody was just constantly spamming the button. So theoretically speaking, this is the only max amount of times in a day, meaning that we gotta take 72, multiply it, 240. The maximum amount of credits we could theoretically get in a day would be 17,280. So around 17,000 credits, or if we were to get only choppers, thus giving us our minimum rate, that would give us only 11,520 credits. So that is a rate which can very much vary between these two numbers in their own right. Now, why is this exactly an issue? Because, by all means, this number could, for one, vary, and probably not even over the latter half of 32,000, given, the placement of helicopter, placement of the boat, etc., across the map, meaning that if I wanted to make a significant dent into this 32,000, it would have to be a matter of eliminating the one server I'd be in and just server hopping all over the place in order to equal to this. And that's what I did. Apparently, alongside the addition of Platina, they also introduced this thing called Prestige, which, I don't know how it works because I returned to the game and I already had the maximum amount of it, given I had $150 trillion, but that's neither here nor there at this point. That said, I could basically piss that out if I really needed to, because, like, yeah, apparently you get, like, 50 Platina per this much if you have max prestige or something like that. I don't exactly know how they're linked, but you get the idea. Basically, I essentially brought this exact car up here to prove that I was an OG of the game because, you know, I need to have receipts. But I remember back then there was this thing called tokens, which are much simpler, which is just the simple rebirth system. You use a token, you get a maximum amount of money or something like that. I forget exactly how they work, but tokens were way better. Why did they have to go all out with this, with a mastery garbage, and then came platina and its whole prestige? It's just a huge mess now. But even though the game is grindier, it's actually much more fun than it's ever been. Given there's these neat little things you could put on some of these cars like this. Like, let me show y'all. So with each and every individual car, there's these things called value upgrades. What do? You get them with scrap. This currency down here, you get them with scrap, and you can essentially turn any vehicle into a grind car, because you could just make, say, this car, or hell, even let me provide some funny examples. Like let's say if you really want to make the basic Chevy Astro noob car into a grind car, well, you can. My Chevy Astro is literally worth $75 billion. Or hell, even the Reliant Robin, or this Mini Cooper, this, I forget what car this is. This might be like a Scion, this golf cart, the POP50, the Zamboni, etc., etc. In other words, you can basically turn any car into a grind vehicle if you really wanted to with these upgrades. It's honestly a really goofy system, and I endorse it tenfold, because who else can say they have a $75 billion Zamboni? Like, who else could say that in literally any other card game? Nobody. Only as Card Crushers players. And it's the simple aspects like those which honestly really improve the quality of life in this game, and I honestly didn't expect that. And not to mention, they made the map a lot more interactable, and by a lot more interactable, they made it a lot bigger. If only Roblox didn't make the sun a deadly fucking laser. I want to preserve my retinas, man. But anyway, so basically they added like a volcano over there, there's a speedway, there's like just so much more to the map that honestly was really unnecessary, but regardless, we did also get the boat alongside this, so I'm not complaining. The boat is actually a really nice source of like side credits, it's pretty cool. So essentially, I've mainly just been playing this game. Now, this would be the part where I would link my Twitch, but quite frankly, I kind of have little things in the back burner to work out. Also, I'm getting evicted, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But so I don't know. Yeah, links in description. Blah blah blah. Content creator shit. I have a Discord server. Go join it. Yeah, and I'll see y'all in the later land. Love y'all to every humanly possible and so homo. Peace.